It's story time with Jocelyn, and it's the last week of August. I am so excited for today's story, and also at the end of today's video, I have a special announcement for the month of September that we're going to be doing something special. And today's story is somewhat a little bit connected to the next month. So let us get started so I can get to that. So today's story, we are reading Daisy and Josephine, and it is written by Melissa Gilbert, and it is illustrated by Julia Kuo. And if you don't know who Melissa Gilbert is, well, let me tell you. She is the little girl that played Laura Ingalls Wilder in the TV show Little House on the Prairie from the late 70s and early 80s. And me and my mom watched it constantly. Huge fan. So let us begin by reading the story she wrote, somewhat based a little bit on her beautiful French Bulldog that she also was named Josephine. So her story is Daisy and Josephine. So let us begin. Daddy was Daisy's altogether favorite person as far back as Daisy could remember. Her daddy was there, making her pancakes, giving her tickles and squeezels. Daddy was famous. People all over the world asked him to come sing and dance and play music for them. But to Daisy, he was just Daddy. Daisy do, I love you from the top of your head to the tips of your toes and every freckle in between. Daisy went everywhere Daddy went, and everywhere Daisy went, her teacher, Miss Millier, went too. Mrs. Millier was kind and tall. She had pretty hands and smelled of roses. She taught Daisy all her lessons. And when it was time to go on the road with Daddy, Mrs. Millier packed up the schoolroom to go with them. New York, Miami, Las Vegas. There were lots of shows and new people to meet. Even though Daisy loved her cozy family, she was lonely. Sometimes she wished she had a friend to keep her company. Jocelyn. Every night at bedtime, Daisy would snuggle into her daddy's arms and he'd sing Daisy her special song. Daisy loved to listen to the sound of Daddy's big, strong voice, but she was too shy and too nervous to sing along. Daisy, Daisy, tell me your answer do. I'm half crazy over the love of you. One evening, just before going on the road, Daisy heard a light knock on the door. Daisy do, it's Daddy. I have a surprise for you. There was Daddy holding the funniest little creature Daisy had ever seen. Daisy, meet Josephine. Here's Josephine. Oh, Daddy! Is it a cat? Is it a piglet? What is it, Daddy? None of the above, Daisy do. Josephine is a puppy, Daddy said. Josephine didn't look like any puppy Daisy had ever seen. She had no tail, giant ears, and a smushy nose. Josephine's bottom teeth stuck out so far that Daisy could even see a bit of Josephine's teeny pink tongue peeking out. Why don't you two go play outside before it gets dark? You'll have a nice time. Yes, Daddy, said Daisy. Daisy tried to take Josephine down the back steps, but Josephine wouldn't budge. So Daisy scooped Josephine up in her arms and carried her outside. "Don't go any further than the backyard where I can see you," Mrs. Mini-Ear called from after Daisy as she walked out the door. "Okay, let's play a game." Daisy grabbed the nicest stick she could find and tossed it. "Fetch, Josephine!" But Josephine would not fetch. Josephine got Cuffy in a lawn chair instead. "Look, Josephine," said Daisy, "a squirrel. Let's chase it." But Josephine did not want to chase a squirrel. She sniffed some flowers. Daisy threw a bright, bouncy ball. "Catch, Josephine!" But Josephine did not want to catch a ball, Jocelyn. She batted at a butterfly. "You don't want to fetch, you don't want to chase, and you don't want to catch. What do you want to do?" asked Daisy. "Play dress up," said Josephine. "Wait, you can talk?" asked Daisy. "Oui. Can you speak French?" Daisy shook her head no. "Well, I will teach you. You see, I am a French Bulldog, so I can speak French." "Would you have any clothes I might wear?" asked Josephine very politely. All of the great designers of clothes are French, right, Jocelyn? And I just love clothes. "Oh, please, won't you help me find something stylish to put on?" said Josephine. "Oui," said Daisy. In her room, Daisy pulled out outfit after outfit. Plain shirts, plain pants, plain jeans. There's this, and these, and that. "No, no, 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 ma chérie," said Josephine. "Let's see what else we can find. Do you have anything sparkly?" "How about this?" asked Daisy. "Oh, yes," said Josephine. "And this?" asked Daisy. "Most definitely," said Josephine. "What about these?" asked Daisy. "Oui," said Josephine. Voila! Now this is style. Let's find you some clothes that are très chic. That's French for very, very stylish. "But Josephine, it's almost bedtime and I have to put on my jammies." "Oh, Daisy, even pajamas can be stylish and fun." "Ta-da!" said Daisy. "Très bien. Just one more thing." Voila! Hooray for the pajama princess! "Hooray for the pajamas princesses," said Daisy. Just then there was a knock on the door. Tap, tap, tap. Daisy-Doo, are my girls ready for bed? "Oh, yes, Daddy," said Daisy as she threw her arms around Daddy's neck for a big squeezle. Daddy picked Daisy and Josephine up in his arms and tucked them both into bed. Jocelyn, Daisy snuggled close with Daddy and Josephine, and Daddy read both of them a bedtime story, just like I'm doing for you right now, and sang them a goodnight song. "I love you, my beautiful Daisy, do I love you too, Daddy." Aww. "I love you, Josephine. Jocelyn, I love you too," whispered Josephine. The room was still and oh so quiet. "Daisy, will you sing me a lullaby?" asked Josephine. Daisy took a deep breath and shyly, quietly began to sing to her new friend. "Josephine, Josephine, tell me your answer do. I'm half crazy over the love of you." Aww. And that is the story of Daisy and Josephine, written by Melissa Gilbert. I hope y'all enjoyed that. And now I'm excited that we are going to announce. So let me move over because I want to show y'all something special in between Jocelyn and me. Ta-da! It's the Little House from Little House on the Prairie. This is my special Advent calendar. And if you notice, they each have little numbers on each pieces of the house. And that is the reason for that is next month is all about reading Little House on the Prairie, written by Laura Ingalls Wilder. So we're going to split it up in 5 chapters each week. And we have 5 weeks in the month of September. And we are using Jocelyn's special read-along edition. So it's huge. So you'll be able to enjoy the pictures as well. And we're also going to start each video with a fairy poem written by Laura Ingalls Wilder as well. Jocelyn loves fairies, as you all know. And her favorite, of course, y'all know, is Tinkerbell. She's peeking right by my shoulder right there. So we're going to start each video. As soon as I begin, we'll be reading a small little poem, a fairy poem by Laura Ingalls. And we're going to get right into the chapters of Little House on the Prairie. We're so excited. And then we're going to open maybe 4 or 5 pieces of the house. And you'll get to see a surprise inside. Either a window, a chimney, a door, or even a special part of the house. There's some beautiful surprises in there. And you're going to get to enjoy it. We're so excited about next month. It's going to be so sweet. I hope y'all join us for that special month with Little House on the Prairie. And I hope you enjoyed Melissa Gilbert, who played Laura Ingalls in the TV show Little House on the Prairie. I hope y'all enjoyed the Daisy and Josephine book that she wrote. And we will see you next week for the first 5 chapters of Little House on the Prairie. Bye-bye.